My name is Ms. Zepps, and today's video lesson is going to be on making change without borrowing. Making change without borrowing. As always, we always begin by talking about our lesson objective and the materials that you're going to need to complete the lesson. Okay, so let's do that. All right. So if you look right here, you will see here is our objectives. I will make change without borrowing. And what you're going to need is some real or play money. So, well, I should have put real money here or play money. So let me change that, okay? Real money or play money. Let's change that. Real money or play money. That's what you're going to need today. All right. And I would get, if you're going to use, well, if you're using both one or the other type of money, you need at least 10 $1 bills, at least five $5 bills. And you might need some $10 bills and maybe one $20 bill. Okay. So if you have those denominations around the house, please stop the video and go ahead and get those. If you don't have those, I'm going to give you some play money. I'm going to put it in the material section. So if your parent has a printer, they can print the play money down and cut it apart. If you don't have that, you can always make your own. All you need to do is get a piece of paper and cut the paper in rectangular shapes. And so on one piece of paper, you might put ones in the corner, and that would stand for the $1 bill. And the next piece of paper might have fives in the corner, and they would stand for the $5 bills. Do you see where I'm going with this? Okay, so let your parent know that that's what you need to do if you don't have the real or the play money, or if you don't have access to a printer. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Okay. So what we want to look at, computing this particular problem with one type of strategy. And then I'm going to show you another strategy that we're going to use, okay? But this is one way that you can do it, all right? So it says here, I'll make this a little bit bigger for you. It says here that Danielle is buying a souvenir at the amusement park gift shop. She has $5. She buys a postcard for $1. How much money will she get back? Okay, show the money. So we see here that we have the $5 bill, and then her postcard costs $1. So one way we can do that is we can do some subtraction. So here, if it says 0, take away 0, it's going to be what? 0. Once again, here, 0, take away 0 is going to be what? 0. Let's get over there. Here we have 5, take away 1. 5, take away 1. So what you'll need to do is, I want you to get your $1 bills. And I'm going to show you what a $1 bill looks like. Now here's your $1 bill right here. There's your $1 bill. I want you to get 5 of those. Get 5 of your $1 bills, okay? And then what you're going to do is take away 1 bill. What do you have left? Did you say 4? Because if you did, you were correct. So do you see how we did that? She gave the clerk $5, okay? Her postcard cost $1, and the clerk gave her $4 back. All right? And I would like to share with you, this is a very important skill to learn because you're going to be using this skill for as long as you're living. Everybody needs to know how to make change, okay? So I want you to really work hard at grasping this skill and mastering it, okay? And keep practice, 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 okay? That's the way you're going to master it. All right, let's take a look at this next word problem. It says, Brent is buying a souvenir at the amusement park gift shop. He has $5 again. He buys a souvenir keychain for $3, okay? How much money will he get back? Show the money. Okay, so once again, what you would do is, just let me show it on this one. I'm going to show it to you. So in this case, we would just pull out five $1 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I believe his keychain cost $3, right? Yes, it did. So his keychain costs $3. Okay. All right. So now if we take $3 away from that, how much money do we have left? 1, 2. We have $2 left, okay? And that would be his change. Okay? So let's do that. So we did it a different way this time. Let's start here. Because we know 0 take away 0 is going to be 0. Okay, come on. There we go. And then we know 0 take away 0 here is going to be 0. And then, of course, our 2 is going to go here. Okay? See? You did a very good job, okay? And when you're learning how to count money, it's very important to take your time. Because if you notice, Miss Epps is going slow, okay? Because it's easy to miscount, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to make a mistake when you're counting. So it's always best to just go slow and take your time, okay? All right. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go over our bills here, and we're going to talk about how we count with them, okay? And by that I mean when we count our $1 bills, we count by ones, right? So we will go 1, 2, 3, and so forth. We count by ones on the $1 bill. When we have our $5 bill, what do we count by? We count by fives, right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, right? And so on all the way up to 100. We won't be able to count all the way up to 100 on this particular page because we don't have enough space. But we just know that we count by fives on the $5 bill. Okay. Now on the $10 bill, we count by what? We count by tens. So we say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on. If we had enough space, we would go all the way to 100, but we don't. But we count by tens on the $10 bill. And then, of course, on the $20 bill, we count by what? 20. So we have 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. We were able to go to $100 on the $20 bill. Okay? All right. So let's move on to our very first problem. All right, let me move me down here a little bit. Okay, so it says here, Sonia is buying a souvenir at the amusement park gift shop. She has $5, okay? Here's her $5 right here. She buys a t-shirt for $2. How much money will she get back? Show the money. Now, in this particular instance, I'm going to show you how to make change by counting up to this $5 amount. Okay? So this is the way you would do that. Okay, let me move me over here. Okay. So here's what we would do. In order to get the correct change, we have to count up from $2 to $5. Okay, so here's how we do it. 3, 4, 5. How much money did she get back? 1, 2, 3, $3. Okay. We had to count up from $2 to $5 to get the correct change. All right. And you can always pause the video and rewind that so you can see me do it again. But we're going to do several examples today anyway. All right, so let's go to our next one. It says Brendan is buying a product at Walmart. He has $20. Okay, so he has a $20 bill. He buys a rug for $15. There's his rug. How much money will he get back? Show the money. Okay. All right, so he has $20. And what we need to do is we're going to have to count up from $15 to $20. Okay, so that we can determine his change. All right, so let's do that. We're going to do that by counting by 5s because we see here we have 15. So then what we'll do is we'll go 15 and then we'll say 20 because 15 and 5 is going to be 20. So he will get back $5. And I'm going to show it to you using the dollar bills. Okay, here we go. So we're going to count from 15 up to 20. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So you can see we did it in 2 ways. We did it just using a $5 bill, just by counting by 5s. And then we can also do it using the $1 bills. Now you might find the $1 bills are easier. I know I do. I find that they're easier, and that's okay if you want to do it that way. Okay. All right. Let's put those back. And don't forget, you can always rewind the video and review that, okay? So here we have Jeanette is buying a souvenir at the gift shop. She has $10. Here's our $10 bill. And she buys a pair of flip-flops for $8. How much money will she get back? Show the money, okay? She has $10. The flip-flops cost $8. So we're going to count up to $10 starting with 8. So how we do that? Let me show you. 9, 10. How much money will she get back? $2. Okay? $2 because we counted up from 8 to 10. It's really counting up to that whole dollar value right here, which is right here. That's really what you're doing when you're making change. Okay? And I'm going to let you in on a little secret because teachers have to practice too. And I want to tell you something. When it comes down to making change, I had to practice a lot because I did not learn it right away. Okay. And I still have to practice. I still have to practice. I still have to check my calculations to make sure it's right. So I would not say that I've totally mastered it because I still have to check behind myself. So I say that to encourage you to just stick with it, okay? Because that's what I did. I had to stick with it, all right? Stick with it and just keep working on it and keep practicing. All right, it says here, Alicia is buying a souvenir at the amusement park gift shop. She has $20. She has this $20 bill right here. She buys a Mickey Mouse hat for $18, okay? How much money will she get back? Show the money. So we're going to have to do what? We're going to have to count up from $18 to $20, okay? Because that's our total whole dollar amount, okay? So let's do that. So we're going to start from 18 and count up to 20. 19, 20. How much change will she get back? $2. Okay, $2. All right, are you ready to count with me? Let's do the next one. You and I are going to do the next one, okay? So it says here, Adam is buying a souvenir at the amusement park gift shop. He has $5. So I want you to take out 5 $1 bills. I think it's easier if you would just start with your 5 $1 bills, okay? So let's do that. He buys an ink pen for $4. How much money will he get back? Show the money, okay? Matter of fact, let's switch that up. Just put your 5 $1 bills in a stack, okay? Just stack them. You see how I stacked mines over here? Just stack them like that. Because we're going to have to count up to $5. And you're going to use your $1 bills to count up. So let's do it. 4, 5. How much money will he get back? He will only get back $1. You see how we counted up to 5? We went 4 and then 5. And you know we count by ones on the $1 bills. Okay? That's what we do. We count by ones on the $1 bill. Okay, let's keep working hard. All right, Mia is buying a product at the amusement park gift shop. She has $10. She buys hand sanitizer for $2. How much money will she get back? Show the money. All right, using your $1 bills, count up to $10. And then now I'm going to do it. Let's see if you did what I did. So watch me do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I had to go over top of our writing. I'm sorry about that. So let's see how much money we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have $8, okay? That's how much money she will get back. But I'm going to show you how to do this a different way, okay? So that's one way using just our $1 bills. So put your money back in a stack. Okay, you see right here, we have $2, right? So we're going to go up till we have to count up to the next, to our whole dollar amount, which is 10. Okay, so we're going to go 3, 4, 5. All right, and then 5 more dollars will give us 10 because 5 and 5 is 10. Did you see what I did? It's just quicker because if you think about all the $1 bills we had, it took a long time for us to count all of those out. So if we do it this way, this is a quicker way to do it. But it just takes practice, okay? So watch me do it one more time. So what I did was I used my dollars here to get me to the next whole dollar value, which would be $5, okay? So I did 3, 4, 5, but I'm not at 10 yet. I'm not at 10 yet. I need to get to 10. I'm at 5 right now. If I add my $5 bill over here, now I'm at 10. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want to check it, let's check it. 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9, 10. Because when I point to this, right, this $2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's going to be $10. So we were correct. And you might want to rewind that particular example so you can see it, okay? All right. Let's go to our next example. It says Alanya is buying a product at the amusement park gift shop. She has $10, okay? She buys a candy bar for $3. How much money will she get back? Show the money. what are you going to do? You're going to start at 3 and count up to $10, right? So do that. Okay, so I'm going to do it showing you how to do it with the $1 bills, okay? So we're going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How much money do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $7. And that's just using your dollar bills. Okay? All right. But let's do it the other way. Let's see if we come up with the same answer. Okay? All right. So we're going to start here and we're going to go starting with the 3 because we have to get to 10. So we will go 4, 5. Let's put it way over here. 4, 5. I don't want to get it confused with this. 4, 5. So we just have 5, but we have to get to what? We have to get to 10. In order to do that, we're going to need a $5 bill. And 5 and 5 is what? 10. 5, 6, 7. Do you see how fast it was to do it that way? But once again, if you do it slowly, your calculation will be accurate. And that's what you want, okay? Because at the end of the day, you still have to get up to that whole $10 amount. And if we want to check it to see if it's right, we'll go 5, 6, 7. Here, see what we did? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we come right out to $10 because we were supposed to be at $10. Okay? All right. Practice, practice, practice. Stick with me. All right. Let's go to our next one. Okay. Darius is buying a souvenir at the amusement park gift shop. He has what? $10. Here's your $10 bill right here. He buys, it should be he. So let's change that to he. He buys a toy roller coaster for $7. How much money will he get back? Show the money. So once again, what are we going to do? We have to do what? Did you say you have to count up from 7 up to $10? If you did, you were right. And we're going to use our $1 bills to do it, right? All right, let's do it. 8, 9, 10. How much money will he get back? 1, 2, 3, $3. He's going to get back $3. That is going to be his change. Okay? All right. Right. Let's go to our next one. Now it says here Sonia is buying a souvenir at the amusement park gift shop. She has $20. She has $20. She buys a refrigerator magnet for $5. She buys a refrigerator magnet for $5. How much money will she get back? Show the money. What are we going to have to do? We're going to have to start at 5 and count up to what? $20. So because we're starting at 5, we can count by 5s to get there, right? And which one of these bills do we count by 5s on? The $5 bill, right? So let's do that. 10, 15, 20. How much money did she get back? 5, 10, 15. $15. $15. So it's very important to look at your dollar amount, okay, here. Because if you're counting by 5s, you can make change very easy that way. You see how easy it was for us? Okay? Very easy that way. All right. Okay. Let's move to our next one. All right, Natalie is buying something to eat at the amusement park gift shop. She has $20. Okay. She buys 2 ice cream cones for $10. How much money will she get back? Show the money. So, and it should be a period right here. So if Miss S forgets to put a period there, it should be a period there, okay? All right. So she has $20. The ice cream cones cost $10. How much money is she going to get back? So now, what do we have to do? We're going to have to count up to 20, right? And how are we going to do that? Okay? All right, so let's see. If we start at 10 and we count up to 20, let's do it. Let's use our ones. Okay, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's see how many dollar bills we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? That's one way we can do it, right? All right, let's see what other way we can do it. I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, okay? All right, so it says 10, right? So we can, the total for her ice cream cone was $10. So if we count by 10s to 20, let's see where we go. So we say 10, 20. She would get back $10. Okay? Because we count by 10s on a $10 bill. So that's another way. But you choose a way that's easy for you. Because either way is the right way. Okay? Whatever's easy for you. All right. Let's go to, oh, okay. So now we are here. We are here. So what we're going to do at this point, we're going to just just imagine that you have gone into the store, okay, and you have a $10 bill. So you have a $10 bill. Let's see if we can unlock it. You have a $10 bill, okay, and your item cost $6. Let's say you went into the store and you bought a video game for $6, okay? The video game was $6. That was the cost of it. Let's put our dollar sign here. And we need to determine how much, and we give the cashier a $10 bill. We need to determine how much money we're going to get back, okay? What are we going to have to do? We're going to have to count up from 6 to 10, right? Let's do that. Let's see if we have, let's make it so that we're able to do that, okay? Hold on 1 second. All right, let's do it. 7, 8, 9, 10. How much money will you get back? 1, 2, 3, 4. $4. Okay, you're going to get back $4. All right, so let's move on here. Here's our review page. Okay, so what I want you to remember, the main thing I want you to remember is whenever you're making change, don't forget to count up to your bill amount. Okay, if your bill amount was, if your purchase was $2 and you give this lady $5, this is your bill amount right here. You're going to have to count from that $2 up to 5 to get your correct change, okay? So what I really want you to do is to really take your time, and you may have to go back and play this video several times and just continue to practice, 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 practice. Because that's how you get really fast at it. My mother could make change so fast, and she was a cashier, but she could make change so fast. I would look at her in awe and how it was so easy for her to do it. She could make change so fast. But anyway, you can do it too. You're going to be working toward that way. Okay. So what I want you to do is to stay happy, stay healthy. Okay. Don't forget to practice making change. Okay. And I'll see you again in the next video lesson. Hello, my name is Ms. Epps, and I'm coming to you today with another video lesson. And our video lesson is going to be on a book entitled Making Choices at the Gift Shop. Making Choices at the Gift Shop. Okay? And as always, before we begin our lesson, we always have to go over what? The lesson objective and the materials that you're going to need. Okay. And as you can see here, we have a picture of a gift shop. All right. So it says here, this is our lesson objective here, and it says, I will remember what the Kinder family chooses to buy at the gift shop. I will remember what the Kinder family chooses to buy at the gift shop. What are the materials that you're going to need? Paper, pencil, and a copy of today's story. Okay? And a copy of today's story is right under the video lesson. There's a link to the copy of today's story, and if I add any other additional materials, they will be there as well. Okay, so we have to remember what the Kinder family is going to buy at the gift shop. Okay, so I want you to be thinking about that as we go through our lesson today. Before we begin our story, you always know what we're going to do. We're going to go over those topic words first because I want you to be able to focus in on these words as we read the story. So what I want you to do is get your pencil, and I want you to underline the words in the story. You can do this after we have finished reading the story. You can also use a highlighter to highlight the words, because a good thing to do is to be able to define your words using the story, okay? And then you can go and get a dictionary and compare your definitions to the definitions you find in the dictionary. You can also put these words in alphabetical order. And hey, here's another great thing you can do. You can draw a picture of the words. Let's say if you choose the word scared, okay, and you could possibly draw a picture of something that looks scared, right? That can help you to remember the words. So that's a good thing to do too. These are all additional activities you can do once we finish reading the story, okay? All right, so let's go over the words. I want you to repeat the words after me. And don't forget to be on the lookout for them, okay? Our first word is choose, fun, scared, move, turn, up, down, fast, slow, around, gravity, spin, okay? Now, also too, you can start like a vocabulary journal with these words. Like you can get a notebook and put all of your words that you have learned from all of the wonderful lessons that have been taught to you and put them all in a book. And you can go back at any time and make sentences with those words. And your parent can help you make sentences, okay? All right, so that's another good activity you can do as well, okay? All right, so what we want to do before we start reading our story, we want to do an activity. And let's just take a look at our book cover here. Okay. We know the title of our story is called Making Choices at the Gift Shop. All right. So it says, what is the title of this chapter? So what is the title of this chapter? Did you say Making Choices at the Gift Shop? Because if you did, you were correct. Okay. All right. Making choices at the gift shop. All right. What do you think this chapter will be about? Okay. I think, okay, it will be about buying things at a gift shop. Okay. Could be. We have to read and find out, right? Okay. So here we are. This is a chapter book. What kind of chapter book is this? Is it a fiction book or a nonfiction book? Now, I want you to think about these two types of books, okay? Now, a fiction book is what kind of book? Did you say it's a make-believe book or an imaginary book, a book that's not real? That's correct, if you did, okay? What kind of book is a nonfiction book? Did you say it's a book that's based on actual facts or something that is true, that really happened? Okay? If you did, you are correct. Most nonfiction books include charts, they include graphs, they have bold words in books that are nonfiction, and you can open that book anywhere and start reading. With a fiction book, you cannot do that. You have to start at the beginning. So let's take a look at our book, okay? And let's just walk through the pages. Now we see here that we have illustrations. Fiction books have illustrations in them, okay? All right, and we see another illustration. So this must be a what kind of book? A fiction book, okay? All right, what is the chapter topic? Is it biography, social studies, or science? What do you think? Now, it's all about buying things, right? Now, do we learn about buying things in science? So we know that it's not science. Is this book about one person? Because a biography is usually about one person. So if we go back over here and we look, we see one person here, but we see another person here. So it's not about just one person. So this must be a book that's centered around social studies, because in social studies we learn about buying things. All right. So it says here, compare this book to a chapter book that has been recently read. So when we compare things, what do? We talk about the similarity and the differences of things when we're comparing them, right? Okay. So I'm going to think about a book that I have recently read to give you an example. And then I want you can take the time on your notebook paper or you're in your notebook or notepad or whatever you have that's handy, and think about a book that you've recently read, okay? And then what you can possibly do is compare it to this book that we're going to read. Although we haven't read it, but we have looked at the book cover, okay? All right, so I read a book about DNA in plants, okay? This book is about buying, and it won't let me type any further, okay? But this book is about buying things in a gift shop. Well, that's the difference. One book is about buying things, but the other book was about DNA and plants. Two different topics. Now, So that's what you're doing when you're comparing. Okay? All right. So now let's move on. It says, what kind of book would you choose? A picture book, a chapter book, a comic book, or a book with facts? Well, in this case, I would choose a chapter book because I like chapter books. Okay? Now you pick what you like. All right? So let's move on. Let's get ready to read our story. Now I want you to listen carefully because you will be answering some questions at the end of the story. Okay? And let's begin. All right, so the Kinder family starts walking to the gift shop. Each of us chose something different to do at the amusement park, says Mr. Kinder. People can choose different activities. Some activities may be fun for you. They might make someone else scared. People can like different things. Okay? So let's just take a look at our focus question at the bottom here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. It says, describe why people might choose to do different activities at the amusement park. So we know when we describe something, what do? We tell how it looks, how it feels. We're making a description. And then it says, describe why people choose different things. Okay? So if we can see right here, it says they might make someone else scared. People like different things. So people can choose different activities to do. Some might be fun for you and some might make some other people scared. Okay? So you see that? So that's the answer right there to those questions, okay? To that statement at the bottom there. All right. Move me right here. I went on the water slide, says Gwen. I thought it was fun. Jen liked the Ferris wheel, but I was scared riding the Ferris wheel. I didn't like being so high up in the air. I will go on a water slide again. I will not ride a Ferris wheel again. Okay, let's see what our focus question says. And it says here, how does Gwen feel on the water slide? How does she feel on the Ferris wheel? So we have to go to the part of the sentence that talks about the water slide and the Ferris wheel. Okay, so here's Gwen, and she says, I thought it was fun. So now Gwen says she went on the water slide. So how does she feel about the water slide? She said, I thought it was fun. How does she feel about the Ferris wheel? Now, here's Gwen right here. She says that Jen liked the Ferris wheel. Now, then Gwen makes a comment. She says, but I was scared riding the Ferris wheel. So now we see that Gwen said she thought it was fun to ride the water slide, but she was what? She was scared to ride the Ferris wheel. Okay? So when you're answering these type of questions, you have to be very careful to make sure that the right character is speaking. Okay? And that you're answering the question correctly. All right. All right, I have another statement to make about this page. That we know that Gwen feels scared, and then people can choose different activities when they go to an amusement park. Not everyone will like the same thing, okay? And that's very true. All right. All right. Now, I rode on the roller coaster, says Ben. It was fun. Gwen liked the water slide, but I was scared when I rode the water slide. I didn't like moving down the water slide so fast. I will ride a roller coaster again. I will not go on a water slide again. Okay? So let's see what our focus question says here at the bottom. Now, how did Ben feel on the roller coaster? How did he feel? And it says, how does he feel on the water slide? So we're looking for, whenever you're answering a question, you're looking for that keyword. You're looking for Ben and how he felt. So here's Ben. Now, what ride did he ride on? He says, I rode on what? The roller coaster. And how did he feel about it? He said it was fun. Now, we see here that Gwen liked the water slide. He says, but I was scared when I rode the water slide. Who's talking? Ben. So how does he feel about the roller coaster? He said it was fun. How did he feel about the water slide? He said he was what? He was scared. All right. Now, if we think about our previous page, page 50 here, you know, Ben enjoyed riding a different ride than Gwen, right? Okay. Now, if we move on, we're going to move on to our next page, okay? So let's go to our next page. We're going to have another comment I want to make about this. But that's true in any case. Whenever you go to a place like this, there are so many rides. There are so many rides. I can remember going to Kings Dominion at one time. It was so many rides there. No, it was Disney World. And it's just so many rides, and everybody's not going to like the same rides. Okay? All right. So now the Kinder family arrives at the gift shop. They see different kinds of souvenirs to buy. There are colorful t-shirts, keychains, and magnets. Now it's time for everyone to choose a souvenir to buy, says Mrs. Kinder. Souvenirs can help us remember what we did on our trip. So now they're at the gift shop. Now let's think about our objective, right? What was our objective? I will remember what the Kinder family chooses to buy at the gift shop. Okay? All right. So let's make our focus statement here a little bit bigger at the bottom so we can see what it wants us to do. It says, why will the Kinders buy souvenirs at the gift shop? Now, did you say souvenirs can help us remember what we did on our trip? And that's very true. Every time I go on a trip, I always look for a refrigerator magnet because I love refrigerator magnet. It's my way of remembering where I went and what I did. They are so fun, okay? And I'll even ask family members and friends if they're going to a place that I have never gone to, bring me a magnet back because it helps me to learn about a new place and it adds to my collection. I love it. Okay. All right, so let's go on. It says, pick a souvenir to help you remember what you like doing today, says Mrs. Kinder. I choose a t-shirt, says Gwen. I remember how the water rides move. I move fast down the water slide. I move slowly floating on a tube in the water. Okay? So let's make it a little bit bigger. And it says here, what will Gwen remember about how she moved on the water rides? What will she remember? What did she say? She says, here's the section that talks about the water rides. And she says, I will remember I moved how fast down the water slide. I moved slowly floating on a tube in the water. Okay? If you said that, you were correct. Okay, I choose a roller coaster keychain, says Ben. It will help me remember how roller coasters move. They move slow up hills. They move fast down hills. Roller coasters turn and go around loops. Gravity helps roller coasters move. Okay, so let's see what our focus statement or question says. It says, what will Ben remember about how roller coasters moved? How do they move? What did he say? He says they move what? Fast down hills. What do? They turn and go around in loops. Okay? If you said something like that, you were correct. We're answering a lot of questions, aren't we? And I know you're doing a great job. Okay. So it says here, I choose a Ferris wheel magnet, says Jen. I want to remember how the Ferris wheel spins around in a circle. You slowly move up until you get to the top. Then you slowly move back down to the ground. Those are great souvenirs, says Mrs. Kinder. She pays for the items. Okay, let's see what our focus question says. What would Jen remember about how the Ferris wheel moved? How did it move? Okay, how did it move? She says, you move slowly up, right? See, she's talking about the Ferris wheel. There it is. She said you move slowly up and then you move slowly back down to the ground. Okay? Okay, we learned a lot today, says Mr. Kinder. People can choose different activities to do. People and things move at the amusement park. Yes, there's a lot of movement, right? They move fast and slow. They move up, down, and spin around. Objects can move back and forth or straight. Now, let's go home. I'm tired. All right. Okay, let's see what that focus question says at the bottom. And it says, what was your favorite activity that the Kinder family did in this book? What was your favorite activity? And then you tell why. Okay, so I'm going to pick one. Oh, let me move back. Let me move back. Okay. And you know, I guess the favorite activity that I like was the fact that, this story was all centered around them making choices at the gift shop. And if you have ever been at a gift shop, it is a wonderful place to go because you can see so many things that you won't see anywhere else. You see a lot of unique things, okay? So I guess my favorite part of the store was the actual part of them going to the souvenir shop. But you may have liked the way they remembered their trip and what they did. That's excellent too if you chose that as well. Or you may have come up with something totally different, okay? But make sure it relates to our story, okay? All right, so let's get ready to put our thinking caps on because we're going to get ready to answer some questions, okay? Let's get our story back to the beginning. Okay, so the first activity we're going to do is a fill-in activity. And whenever you're doing a fill-in-the-blank activity, you always want to remember that whatever word you put in the blank, it has to make sense. And here's our blank right here, okay? So you want to make sure that whatever word you put here, it makes sense in the sentence, okay? It may fit there, but does it make sense? That's the important thing to remember. So what you're going to do whenever we are working with questions, even if I don't tell you this, I always want you to make a choice because you can always pause the screen and say, Mom or Dad or whoever's sitting with you, I need to make a choice in case if I forget to tell you, okay? All right, so let's read our first statement here. It says, people can blank different things. Down, spinning, amusement park, roller coaster, like. Make a choice. Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to our story to help us find the answer. And we see here that we see the Kenneth family, they start walking to the gift shop, right? And we see right here that people can do what? Like different things. Okay? So our key word to look for was people, because that's what our one of our that was one of our focus words in the question. So we're going to put like there. Okay? Number 2 says Gwen liked moving fast. Blank the water slides. Let's see what our choices are. Down, spinning, amusement park, roller coaster, like. Make a choice. We're looking for the part that talks about Gwen and what she liked doing. Here's Gwen, and what did she like doing? She liked the water slide. How does it move? Down. Okay? Okay, so now Ben liked the turns and loops on the spinning, amusement park, roller coaster, like. Make a choice. We know that if you look and see at my arrow, you see that we're going to the part of the story that talks about who? Ben, and what he liked. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So here we have Ben, okay, and what did he choose? He chose the what? The roller coaster. Okay? Did you make that decision? If you did, you were correct. All right, so Jen liked something here, and that's our blank, and a circle on the Ferris wheel. Let's see what our choices are. Down, spinning, amusement park, roller coaster, like. Make a choice. Now don't forget, we have to go to the part of the store that talks about who, Jen, and what she liked. Okay? So let's do that. Now here we find Jen. And what did she like? She says here, she says, I will remember how the Ferris wheel does what? Spins. Okay? So Jen likes spinning in a circle on the Ferris wheel. Okay. All right. Number 5 says people and objects move at the down, amusement park, roller coaster, like. Make a choice. So once again, we're going to go back to our story, right? And we talk about it right here. And it says people and things move at the what? Amusement park. Because that was our here's our choice right here. All right. I have enjoyed being with you today. I hope that you have fun learning about how people make choices and the importance of going to a gift shop. If you are able to go away and take some time to visit a new place, at some point we will when it's safer to do so. But the main thing I want you to remember today is whenever you are answering your questions, please do not forget to look for the keywords in the question, okay? And go to that section in your story, okay, to help you find the answer. All right. Don't forget all the suggestions I made about different activities you can do when we actually finish our lesson. Don't forget to do those. I don't want you to not remember those words. Okay. So don't forget to look up those words or circle them in the story or put them in alphabetical order or put them in a sentence. There's so many things you can do. I've enjoyed being with you today. I want you to stay happy, stay healthy. And I'll see you again in the next video lesson.